Okay, so my name is Fabrice Messal. I work at Mercator Ocean International. And during this coffee break, during 10 minutes, I will give you an overview of the MyOcean Pro viewer tool from the Copernicus Marine Service during this. And I'm very pleased to be part of this Copernicus Polar workshop. So now you can see the homepage of the Copernicus Marine Service. As you can see on the home page, you have direct access to the viewer tools. If you click here, you can see that we have different kind of viewers for different kind of audience, for the beginner people, for intermediate people, and for the experts. We have the MyOcean Pro. And the MyOcean Pro give access to all the products available on the catalog. So let's dive now on the viewer. So this is the viewer. When you enter on the viewer, you have this projection in planisphere with different parameter by default. So it's a good opportunity to show you some feature, basic feature of this viewer. So you have this projection, but you have also the South Polar projection here. The North Polar projection here. You have this timeline, and you can play with this timeline related to the products. And for the 3D dimension products, you can also dive into depth with this feature here. Okay, so let's move in for the North Polar region, and let's try to open new products. So you click here on Add Layer, and you direct access to the Copernicus Marine Data Store with all the products available. And you can see all the products are here available. They are sorted by the most popular, recently viewed, etc. And you have access to different filters to help you in your research of products. So for example, I want primary production. I was very inspired by the presentation of Shatlar. So let's see what we can find on primary production on the Arctic Ocean. Okay, here, this product. So I click on this product. I have some information, an overview of the products. I can directly have the link to the data access services by clicking here. And if I want to display the products on the map, I click on Add to Map. I have access to the all the datasets available, and now I need to choose the variable I want to display. So for example, concentration of phytoplankton. Add to Map. Okay, and now I can see the map. There is different layers. You can open a certain number of layers, and you can place with the I button to display just one or several layers. And you can play also here with the opacity of the layer to search, for example, correlation between two variables you have displayed. So let's focus on this product. Okay, so primary concentration here. And as you can see, the product is available, and you can see the availability of the products in the on the timeline. So I can change directly the date, and I see the product is automatically updated on the map, on the viewer. Okay. So let's see if we have the same data from the presentation, the same representation of the data from the Shatlar representation. So in May, we have this concentration. Yeah, not bad. In June. And then in July. Okay, perhaps it's not very good, but we can play with the color bar here. We can change also the maximum value. Here you can adjust the different parameters on the viewer to play with. If you want to change the color scale with a logarithmic scale, which is very useful for biogeochemical variable. You can change directly the variable here. You have access to all the data sets, the variable available in the data set. So for example, I can switch to chlorophyll. Okay. I have again information on the product. If I want to check or if I want to note the product ID here to share with my colleagues. And now I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can have information on a point, on a single point here by clicking here. Okay, so you can see different graph. This is the evolution of the chlorophyll during the time, along the time. This is the evolution of the chlorophyll with the depth here. And you can play directly with the blue lines and change the depth or the time. And automatically you will see the variable displayed updated. Okay, so go back here. Now, for example, I can overlay another information. Let's check with Nexim product, for example. This one, this is the Nexim product. This is analysis and forecast product. And I will check the correlation between the concentration of chlorophyll and CI thickness. Okay, I need to change this value. This is the boundary of the color bar. Okay. And now playing with the opacity, I can see that where the sea ice thickness is around more than 1 meter, I have no chlorophyll concentration at the surface, which is normal, I guess. Okay. So you can play with all the data from the catalog. You can choose the correct products. And once you have found the correct products, you can directly download the products with this feature. And you can define on the map a geographical area you want to download. You can select the date range and the elevation range and directly download the product. For example, I can define on the map this area. Okay, the area is defined. And now I have just to click on download product. To do this, you have to be registered as a user of the Copernicus Marine Service, and you have to log in to be able to do that. And now I have the netcdf file available on my computer directly, or I can choose, if I click here, a different service to access the data among the FTP, the WMS, the OpenDAP, for example. So it's very easy to directly download a piece of data and check on another tool on your computer. Okay. And now to finish, if I want to share an image with my colleague, I just have to click here, the button share. So I can share the link, I can share an image, and I can share a video. I can generate a short video. I have to define the start date and the stop date, the duration, etc. if I want the overlay of the legend and the caption. And then I can generate the video. It's very useful. Okay, and to finish, just a few information. This tool is continues to evolve. We try to improve the tools year after year. For information, the next features of this viewer will be the zoom on graphs, on the graphs, as you seen here. So the possibility to zoom directly on graph to see details of the graph. To export graph with high resolution. To export the graph and then to export the map at a higher resolution for to print the map, you need a higher resolution than a screenshot. So it will be very useful, and also very important for us to improve the representation of the in situ products directly on the viewer. Okay, it's your turn to play with the data and all the catalog of the Copernicus Marine Service. So good luck.